Hello viewers, welcome back to another video on MCP learning series, and this is the third video where I'll talk about how you can create your own MCP and you can deploy it to BTP platform. I'm getting a couple of questions that how MCP will work under BTP platform, so thought to create a video separately for you. Hope this will be useful. Before we start, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, do subscribe this and don't forget to hit the bell icon as it will intimate you the next time I upload a new content like this. So without further ado, let's get into the topic. So before the coding part, let's understand what exactly we're trying to achieve here. As you know, Northwind service is very popular, which is an intranet. It doesn't need any authentication. And this is kind of a construct it has. You can make a simple query on different products, suppliers, etc. And it will just give you the data as without any authentication. So this I thought to integrate or access via MCP. And for that, I have created a Northwind destination in BTP that you can see over here. And it's up and running. You can check a connection and it shows it succeeded. Okay, this is the Northwind destination that I have already placed on BTP. And here is the MCP server that will create, and this will be deploying it to BTP. And the MCP will actually connect to this Northwind service and to get access of the data like product or suppliers or customers like that. So this is what we are going to do. And as a testing mechanism, we'll be using a Postman, because Postman does have a template called new, and you will find something called, if you click on new, we'll create something called MCP. So this is what we'll be using today to test our activities. Go back to our diagram. So here this Postman I'll be using and not a Claude agent this time. Okay, because last episode I show how you can integrate Claude Desktop to use a natural language to make a query on the OData service. But as this service today is in remote, right? Unlike our last episode, which was actually sitting in the local machine, that's why it was easy to connect with a Claude Desktop agent. Is a free version, but without a paid version, I cannot use a Claude Desktop agent for that, because we have to create a custom connectors, and this connectors is only possible if you have an enterprise and team plans. Okay, if you have any other idea, you can tell me. I'll try that options too. But as I know it will not be possible, so I'll be doing a Postman just to query this MCP, and it will do the job. That's pretty straightforward that we'll trying today. To start with, let's get into the MCP first to understand how this code overall constructed. MCP in general exposes its capabilities using a tooling concept. Let's say for our case, I'll be exposing two different tools. One is called the listing of destinations that I have configured on BTP. Another tool will be to make a query on the Northwind Destination Service specifically. So when I'll just make a use of natural language to query on that destination or query on that MCP, Claude actually understands the user instruction. It doesn't match word by word, but it understands the context, and accordingly it knows like which tool to call. Okay, and if I just say that Claude to let me know the number of destinations that I have configured, it understands that user wants to know how many destinations actually configured on the BTP, and accordingly it will call probably tool 1. But if I ask to make a query on the Northwind service to get the product details or customer details, it understands it has to call the tool 2, which is nothing but to make a query on the destination service Northwind to get the actual information that user is looking for. So this is how the concept works, and I already explained in my previous video with another analogy. If you have not watched it yet, you can check it out after this video. So let's go to the coding part to understand what are these two tools that I'm exposing. This is my VS Code. And as you can see, this is the specific two tools I'm exposing over here. One of the tool is called the list destinations, that will give me the number of destinations that I have configured on BTP side. As I've shown, I have just configured only one service called Northwind. And the other one is the query Northwind, and that will just make a query on the Northwind destination to get the data. This two tool I'm just exposing, and the Northwind query will have the three different input fields. One is the entity, because Northwind service will have many different entities, but I'm just allowing, let's say for this couple of 5 different entities to access. And I'll also use the $top and $skip to limit down the data fetch if I wish to. and that eventually will make a call on this particular piece of function to get the data. But one thing you have to understand, that we'll be deploying it to the BTP, and therefrom we'll be accessing the Northwind destination. So for that we need one service called Destination Service to link up or bind with this MCP server. Okay, that is something we have to do, and this Destination Service will help to access the different token information or JOT token that will need to make a query or rather access this Destination Service. So for that, I have actually created this simple class, and this class we call it a BTP Destination Service. Okay, and via this class we have a different dedicated method. One is the initialization service, the second one is the get access token, which will give you the token details, and third one is the call destination that will actually make a request to the destination service. Okay, before we start a little more deeper into it, let's understand one important fundamental here, and that you can see the server streamable HTTP JS I'm using. What is this streamable HTTP? What it is doing? Actually, last episode where I showed how we can use of the standard input output.js, because that time my MCP server and my Claude Desktop both actually residing on my computer locally. But in this particular scenario, our MCP will be deployed to BTP. That's why that standard input output will not work, and we'll be using actually switching to streamable HTTP.js. That's the fundamental difference that we'll be having over here. And most importantly, that I'll be using this SAP access environment here to get all the token details, or the client ID, client secret, and the authentication URL that will be loaded via this access environment that I'll use during initialization section, as you can see over here. Now get access will be giving the token details, or JOT token, JSON web token. For that I'll need the authentication URL, client ID, and client secret, right? And finally, call destination will actually make a call of the destination service, which is nothing but via this destination name. And what it will actually fetch, this particular destination response will actually give you this information. Okay, like how this Northwind service I have configured, because I need this particular URL to query eventually, right? So that's why this information I need, and that information will be provided via this dest response. And with that destination response, I'll actually make the final URL, because I need the entity which user will give, and the $top and $skip information also that will be appended over here to the base URL, right? And finally, I'll just make a query using the Axios library. Very straightforward, right? So this is what we need to make our MCP server. One important thing before we switch to the deployment phase, we need dedicatedly this post method forward MCP, and here actually this when we'll make a post call, then this await transport handle request will actually trigger. Anyways, I'll give this code in my Git repository. You can clone it and you can try different, you can alter the different code piece and try different options. Next, understand the deployment part of this MCP. So for that, we need a deployment descriptor. I have created this manifest.yml. As you can see, this is my application name. The memory code I have given 256 MB. You can change it as you need it. I'm using Node.js build pack. Random root is true, so that it can auto generate the application endpoint or URL. And the destination, this is the important thing, because I'm using this my destination service to link or bind with my application. This is important because it will give you the authentication, as I just explained. Following command, I've just used my terminal just to create this service, and once you create it, then the same name if you can provide and deploy it to BTP, then automatically the service will be will link up rather with your application. And I'm using just the environment as production. I have used the following commands: cf push to deploy this application to BTP. I can go to trial, and here you can see the application is up and running. Okay, it's up and running, and this is the endpoint that is showing over here: BTP MCP server, Resplendent, Jaguar, etc. So this is the URL that I need to use. But if I go there, it says the gate call, the root folder, the root endpoint. It's saying the health and the MCP post This is what I need to make a call. All the post call will happen on the MCP that I've just given. That you can see the code over here. Okay, if you go to MCP server, below I have given that simple endpoint called gate. This is all coming from this root endpoint. Okay, and if I just make an MCP, so this MCP will support the post call. Currently I have not any gate for MCP, that's why it is not showing, but will be eventually use the Postman to make a query all the post calls using this URL. Okay, so let's go to our Postman and let's see how it works. Okay, to start with, I'll click on new and I'll go to the MCP. And here by default it will be standard input output. I'll change it to HTTP because we're making a call to the remote. And this is what the URL I want. Copy it and put it like this. Okay. Now next would be the authorization section. Here I'll be using the OAuth 2. And I have already certain token created, but you can use over here the client ID, client secret, that you can simply use, that you can get it from your environment variable or maybe the destination service. You can click on the environment variables, and from here you can get all this, client ID and client secret details. Okay, don't use this one because I'll be deleting this app. So you just create your own and use it there. Okay, so this is what the client ID and this is what the client secret, and this should be your authentication URL followed by OAuth and token. Okay, so that's, you'll need to generate the token. I already generated it, and that's why I'll be using the available information, available token BTP, that I'm just using it. And then I'll be just go to connect, and is everything fine? You can see it's already connected, right? In the message section, you will basically find the different tools that I have exposed. One is the list of destinations and other is the query Northwind. So let's go to the list of destinations to see what exactly it brings. You see the name of the tool is list of destinations, and currently I'm not using any arguments to make a call to this list of destinations tool. This is my list of destinations and it doesn't have any argument. Okay, that's why it's empty. And let's click on run it. If everything fine, and it will tell you that it's actually got some information that's available destinations. Northwind is there. Currently it comes like this, but once you use the Claude agent or something, it will be more natural language way it will be represented. All right, so next our main thing is actually Northwind query. So let's call on that, and it has the different inputs. As you can see, the entity default is a product. Actually I'm using certain enumerators, so that's why all the list it's showing, and I can pick any one out of this. Let's select the product one first. The default top I have selected as 5 products. Let's make it only 1, so that will be easy to render over here. And finally, I'm not skipping anything, just make a simple call, and it will actually now make a call directly with this Northwind product, and it only get the first record over here, and you can see all the informations coming out of this Northwind. Very detailed. This is the product information chai, and if I want to use more, and let's say I want to skip 2 or 1, then it will get the skip 1 added, and top 2 I just need. And if I go there, and then I'll get directly. So this is what pretty well it's working from the Postman, and you know how you can test it. You can also have an option to call using MCP inspector. For that you need to install this particular node package. I have already installed it, so I'm just simply running MCP inspector and followed by node, and then source MCP server.js, and it will actually open a browser. Okay, and here the URL should be our URL. I need a proxy over here, and make sure if it is not streamable HTTP or stdio, make it streamable HTTP, and just simply click on connect, make it to proxy. Okay, don't use the direct option, make a proxy and then connect. and it will be pretty easy, it will be connected. And you can see the list of tools, same thing like that. Query, you can make the entity called, let's say, products, or I can this time I'll say orders. Okay, and if I just make a run tool, and it actually showing 5 orders. Okay, here you can see all the 5 orders it's showing that you can also test via this MCP inspector. Only thing I couldn't show is the Claude agent because I need to create certain custom connectors for that, and my free version doesn't support that. But you can try it out on your paid version, and you can enjoy with a natural language. You can start querying and using it. It's a big opportunities now to think about different dream projects you can make out of it, and many different capabilities you can achieve using this MCP concept. I hope the video was useful for whoever is looking for how MCP works on BTP platform. If you like this discussion, don't forget to share with your friends and colleagues. We'll surely connect again with a new topic, and see you soon.